And man, oh man, you feel like these two teams should have played a lot more through the years with all they've accomplished.
Yeah, obviously one meeting between the two, and it's beautiful that it's happening for the second time ever in the midst of the biggest college football season of all time. Last weekend for college football, more viewers on every game, more viewers on every show. The sport is hotter than it's ever been, and now we get a chance to show off beautiful Boomer! 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 Texas! Ohio University! Now, I was going to add Pitt to that. They broke off of that, but definitely Michigan! And that's what we're showcasing is how great college football fans can be and how passionate and how the rivalries are special. But what's most important is just the history. And as soon as you walk onto this campus, you can feel college football. It's everywhere. The Oklahoma Sooners being good at football is great for football as a whole. In Michigan, with its deep, beautiful history, might have the greatest freshman quarterback in the history of college ball. Walking in here, trying to prove everybody wrong. It's a glorious Saturday. I'm lucky to be here. I love you guys. We're going to miss the hell out of Coach Corso, but what a day it is, Reese.
Was there a reason to pull Bobcats? They got blindsided. They got ear-hugged. The Bobcats catches. Might they see the Mountaineers today?
They got a big game.
They got to win.
Big game.
West Virginia has to win.
Big game.
Have to win.
Our people here on the South Oval are ready. Look at that. What could have been? Look at that. Look at that coiffure.
Creative. You see that deleted?
That's creative.
That deleted sign also very, good sign game out here in Oklahoma. Early, it is a good sign game out here in Oklahoma. They're creative. They're exploring the space, as they would say.
Both sides have a little bit of history of swiping signs, some in one way, some more conventional methods. But I digress. I'm sure we'll talk about that as the day goes along. Michigan and Oklahoma's only other meeting. The Orange Bowl after the 75 season. Wolverines sent a freshman quarterback out there, Ricky the Peach Leach. He threw 2 picks. Michigan threw 3 picks on the day and only completed 2 passes. Here's another freshman quarterback, Bryce Underwood, that throws it like John Elway. I think he'll complete more than 2 passes tonight. But John Mateer had the best quarterback debut in Oklahoma's storied quarterback history, 392 yards. Wow. None of the great OU Sooner quarterbacks have ever done that in the past. You've also got the storyline of Sherrone Moore, the Michigan head coach, the former Oklahoma offensive lineman, bringing his team back in here. But if you look big picture, you go week 1 to week 2, a lot of changes can happen.
Great opportunity to get better, best opportunity to improve. And I think you can't guarantee winning all the time, but you can guarantee that you're going to get better. And I think when you have a negative consequence without teaching, it kills morale on your team. So coaches have to do a good job of teaching their players, creating roles for them, getting the play together so they can show a huge improvement and probably get a win because of it.
And on that note, I think the picture becomes a little bit clearer about which team is which after week 2. After week 1, I don't think anybody really has a clue what their team is, who their team could be. You have hopes with the 5 stars of the recruits or how everybody's looked in training camp, but with no preseason, that first week is really your first time seeing who your actual team is. Now, there's teams that can prove they are the real deal this week, or teams that can showcase that maybe they are ass this season. If they lost in week 1 against a big opponent, and then week 2 they kind of have a mediocre opponent, and they don't do well, I think fan bases can lose morale quick after week 2, but also gain it, Des. I think that's a big storyline after this particular Saturday.
Passes down to number 4. I agree with you 100% because coaches, they come out of camp and they're thinking, okay, I hope my team is like this. I believe my team is like that. But then once they start playing these games, they know what they have as a team. I can't say that for Oklahoma or Michigan because they didn't have the type of competition in week 1 that they would measure their guys by. But now, when the schedule comes out, you say, okay, we got Oklahoma. Sooners like, okay, we got Michigan. This is the game that Brent Venables and Sherrone Moore will look at their team after the game is over, look at the film and say, okay, now I know what I got going into the 2025 season.
What was that? $100. Love that.
That's a bet, my friend.
What was it?
Was this last year?
Arugula.
Oh,
Arugula. Arugula.
Wow.
When we shot the commercial.
That's right.
And you guys said, listen, so we shooting this commercial. I'm like, there's no way Kirk knows what this green stuff is we're about to eat.
Yeah.
That's a good assumption. option.
A pizza, exactly.
Nailed it.
Oh, that's the bet. You nailed
I
it. He's like,
appreciate
it's a
that.
arugula.
I appreciate you remembering that. All right, I want to ask Coach Saban the psychological aspect of being a head coach. Before week one, Arch Manning's going to win the Heisman, best quarterback in the history of football. After week one, he's the worst quarterback I've ever seen. Not just that, there's so many examples of it's up, it's down, how the coaches, including yourself or guys that you know of, do they deal with that aspect of the game? I know it's XOs and getting guys in the right spot, but do you have to in 2025 with social media and the up and down and how they react? Do you pull guys in and talk to them about that?
Absolutely. I think psychological disposition between how hungry are you versus how much anxiety are you creating for yourself, that all affects your performance. So not to acknowledge that and to ignore that, I think, is a huge mistake.
So you would pull a guy in?
Absolutely. All the time, one-on-one.
Talk to him.
Got to talk to him.
Okay.
Try to get them in the right frame of mind.
Did you pull Kalen DeBoer into your office down there and say, hey, buddy, these people are getting restless.
They're catching signs out there about it, too, here in Oklahoma.
Coach DeBoer, I love you. You've won everywhere. But, boy, it is a hot seat down there.
People are rebel. We're going to talk about that.
He wants to do well, and he's going to do everything he can to do well. We're going to support him to do that.
I've got a sneaking suspicion that's going to come up a little bit later in College Game Day. Head coach of the Sooners, Brent Venables, is with us now. So you've got Washington State's quarterback and offensive coordinator. So in a big season for you to get the offense turned around, did the OC lead you to the quarterback or the quarterback lead you to the OC?
Yeah, the OC led us to the quarterback. Ben and John have had a long history together, and so it was great to get two great ones, make us a lot better.
Coach, obviously we've seen this succeed with Diego Pavia, Michael Penix Jr., and Kalen DeBoer, Bo Nix whenever he went out to Oregon, quarterback, offensive coordinator coming together. Did you expect them to be that great as quick as they were last week? Like, when they showed up on campus, was it an offense immediately installed? And how good did that feel as a defensive dominant coach to have that side of the ball taken care of?
Yeah, no question. We had a great rhythm immediately because of the relationship, the familiarity, John's experience within the system. So we hit the ground running from that standpoint. Wasn't surprised at all.
That's awesome.
Well, you're going to have a couple changes in the offensive line for this game, 2 new tackles. How do you think that's going to impact? What's your expectation for that group?
Well, as you know, Coach, pain is the greatest adhesive in the world. And what that group had went through a year ago has really, again, transformed the group. What they've had to go through, several guys have had to play a little bit prematurely a year ago and had 10 different starting lineups. And so I see a much improved group, a group that has cohesion and chemistry where a year ago we didn't have any continuity whatsoever. And so I think that's going to be a group that plays well for us this year.
Great.
Coach, a lot of talk about your quarterback, Mateer. You talked about special groups. Can you give us a little insight on your wide receivers room? No one's talking about the wideouts.
Yeah, it's a bunch of misfits. It's a group. We're going to surprise a lot of people. I really believe that. We've got great juice and energy. We got length. We got speed, explosiveness, guys that got great catch radius. Guys that know how to get open, understand defense, love to compete, and have been ultra consistent since January when we brought them in.
Ken, we've asked you 4 questions here. A lot of it's been about offense. Defensive guy.
Let's go.
Big story today is you going up against a true freshman quarterback. You've done that a number of times throughout your career, had a lot of success against freshman quarterbacks. What stands out? You had an entire offseason to try to get ready for this game and for this offense. What stands out in defending him today?
Yeah, and we don't really look at, I'll be honest, for lots of different reasons, not really looking at it, Oklahoma against Bryce Underwood.
Sure.
It's really the Michigan offense and what that's going to look like. And I think today will be a little bit revealing. They had a new offensive coordinator in Chip Lindsey, and they brought his spread attack to Michigan, where there will be a blend of both is what we expect. And we saw a little bit of that last week. We're going to see a lot more of what that's going to look like today. And so I think it's about the basics. I'm not overcomplicating it.
Sure.
It's not the schemes. It's not tricking anybody. This is going to be a game of physicality and execution.
Well, let's look real quick, Coach, at some film, because I think one of the things that a lot of us are intrigued about is how you disguise pre-snap to post-snap and how any quarterback, let alone a freshman, deals with it. You want to talk a little bit about this play right here last week?
You want me to run the clicker?
Oh, yeah, I got the clicker. You got the point.
You got the stick, though.
Well, here's against Tennessee, and we've got a safety blitz here. We got Robert Spears Jennings, one of our fourth-year, four of our fourth-year players here, and he's coming off the edge here in his own blitz. We're playing a single high coverage. We're really robbing here for obvious reasons, but he's got speed.
So when you say robbing, just for fans.
Yeah, we're robbing the digs, the square ends, all the intermediate routes, taking away the high routes with our depth and our alignments. And he does a great job. I think what you see here is a fast, explosive safety. He's 215 pounds, runs right by the offensive tackle, causes some havoc here in the backfield. On the quarterback.
And that's as much on the offensive line as it is the quarterback.
Yeah, absolutely. He's holding the ball
yeah.
because of good coverage. And here we got to R. Mason Thomas, to me, one of the more explosive defenders in all of college football. And again, one of the 7 fourth-year defensive players that we have on the squad. And we got him in the fourth quarter here. This is a 2-minute situation. And, his teammates call him the closer. He's got elite pass rush, get off, and the ability to bend the corner. Really, really excellent player, and helped us win this game on the road.
Here again, just in case he had time, just talk about what this can do to a quarterback.
Yeah, so again, we've shown, taking away the boundary here with a body presence here on the boundary with the X receiver. You go single high, a lot of people want that matchup, and we spin him down here, and he's robbing the dig of number 1 on the 1 receiver side, or the over route of number 3 on the 3 receiver side.
Well, I know that you're going to be ready for Bryce Underwood because I went to walkthrough yesterday, and you were Bryce Underwood. You were the scouts and the quarterback, and you were kicking ass and taking names.
I think I threw several interceptions. I'll take that outing today.
That's what we're looking for in a walkthrough, brother. Energy, confidence. That guy's... He was 17 3 weeks ago or something like that.
He's a fantastic player. He looks to be mature beyond his years. Amazing, decisive decision-making, and he's got a great physical presence to him. Be a great challenge for us. Our guys are looking forward to the matchup.
Yeah. Well, you can't wait to see it, too. Brent, thanks a lot for being with us. Always a pleasure to see you. Brent Venables, head coach of the Sooners. Oklahoma hosting Michigan tonight. That's the nightcap on ABC. Sherrone Moore, Oklahoma alum, head coach at Michigan. And remember, after this game, Sherrone has to sit for a couple of games because of the NCAA imposed suspension, hoping to make that homecoming a winner. He spoke with Jen Ladd.
Well, Coach, if anyone is familiar with what a tough place to play Norman is, it is you. What have you said or done for your young quarterback to prepare him for that challenge?
Yeah, I mean, we've put him in some chaotic environments, whether it be crowd noise, obviously in practice, in our indoor. We've got two loudspeakers, try to get the decibels as high as we could for him to operate to make it chaos for him. And he's done a really good job of handling it the right way. So he's going to take everybody, not just him.
Your defense has been described as physical, stout, deep, tough, and yet the quarterback for the Sooners posted an 81% completion percentage in week 1. What must you do to get that number down and make it a tough day for him?
Yeah, we've got to disrupt him. He's a really good player. He's one of the best quarterbacks, I'd say, in college football, and he sees the field very well. He makes off-schedule plays really well, so we've got to make it tough for him, different looks, different coverages to make it hard for him to execute.
Thank you, Coach.
You want this, you got that.